study this city and understand not just being out there, then your interactions become much more equal. You're not out there as a visitor or the other, or looking at the residents as the other, but you are really a co-resident, and you share understanding and you share experiences. That's really, I think, very important.
So tonight we came together to host the University Honors Symposium, and we were fortunate enough to co-sponsor this event with the Live6 Alliance on a discussion about community engagement, bringing students together from the university community and the surrounding communities here at the university.
We wanted to create relationships, like Dr. Hibbert said, rather than just going out in the community once or twice a year, once or twice a semester. The university has a fence, but that fence should not really mean anything.
I guess I would want to ask, like, how willing are the residents, like, how eager are they to come onto our campus? Like, if we opened up more events to them, do you think people would come? Because I know it is kind of intimidating with the fence, like, people can't just walk on campus.
Of course, the major issue is always the issue of barriers for residents who are coming from outside of the campus onto the campus. And our students are surprisingly aware of that and what that looks like if you're not from this campus, and what challenges that presents for you.
To me, you need to start with building trust, and this is awkward for everybody because they don't know what to do. A lot of residents feel like this is like an anthropology experiment or something like that. Gain acceptance and gain trust, and then once you gain trust, then most people are really, really friendly.
It's still this perception that you're behind these walls and we never see you. So, I mean, to me, even if I had two of you guys to show up at my neighborhood association meeting that's coming up and just sat there and then introduce yourselves and said, hey, I'm students, their eyes would pop out of their heads and they would be so happy. You would have all these like extra grandparents coming over to you saying, Donnie, what can I do for you? Do you need anything? Are you okay over there? I mean, you might not want that, but I'm just saying.
When you go to Nikki D's or you go to Noni's or whatever, it should be on such a regular basis that it's not an oddity. That you actually, people in Ann Arbor that go to U of M, they live in Ann Arbor. They participate in the city of Ann Arbor.
So my question with all of this from the very beginning and still is safety. I live across the street in the fraternity house. I can name off 5 stories where guns have been pointed at my brothers just crossing the street or even inside the walls of the house. The one time I went to Nikki D's, a guy walks up to me and he says, with my brother, who is not from here, we're from up north, so he didn't fit in to start with, and the guy asks him, would you like to purchase an edible today? Yes, there's a stigma attached, and when it comes true like that, it's like I'll never get my brother to come back down here. I'll never get him to at least eat in this area. He's going to Ferndale or Royal Oak. We all want this to come together, but that's the wall that stops everything from happening. That's why the fence is literally there.
So the conversation about safety is an interesting conversation because it's so fraught in many ways, but it's very raw and real. And so the vulnerable way in which it came up tonight, I thought was encouraging, that people were honest. And I think that's the beginning of creating a solution, creating an answer to how you move forward while recognizing that it's a real issue for people.
Sorry that happened to you and your brother, but we're not sitting here with the suggestion of having you want to live in a neighborhood to put you at risk. That's not, and we're not trying to overshadow the reality of the times that we live in. But the more that students engage in the community and you're not looked upon as just this one solitary person that doesn't look like me that might be an easy target, that those type of things will reduce.
As a resident, I guess I've just become normal to, a lifelong resident. I just become normal to, some of the things you name. Like if someone was to approach me and ask me to buy something, I would just say no.
Sorry to tell you this, but for years, people that look like you come here to buy drugs. People that look like you come here looking for women, people or men. So that's the stigma and that's the problem with this community. I'm sorry that happened to you. Things happen, things don't happen. And, okay, you don't want that juice. So, as you can see, anything can happen in this community.
You guys want to be leaders, and I challenge you to do all of that. I challenge you to cross that fence, to come out and be creative.
That's how I think that it should be. I think that the bridge should be built where the community is not afraid of us and we're not afraid of the community. Once you learn your city, there won't be a stigma, because when you learn it, you'll love it.